Well, I guess it's time for the offline portion recording of Nitro Blasterz, considering that, well, this is unfortunately going to be too short to do on Twitch, so I figured, hey, instead on Kagura, I have a friend here who happens to be a little bit knowledgeable in that one. I want to say a little thing or two.
Yeah, I own every game that's been released in the series and their collector's editions, except for the 3DS versions, because those are the ones that somehow got ballooned up to $200.
Jeez, yeah, that definitely makes sense.
Yeah, they really short printed those. You exceed.
Yeah, sorry. What's up, boys? So, welcome to what the only offline recording session for this game, and to make things a little bit more interesting, also because it's the most comfortable set we had going for us, we're doing this on the PS5, but not the P. Okay, this is the PS4 version being played out the PS5. So that's why you're able to hear my clicky clacking in the background. Yes, it's weird. Hitbox and a lot of other fighting stick controllers don't work with a lot of regular fighting games for the PS5 specifically, but anything PS4. Yeah, you're good to go.
I can explain that. It's because Sony didn't want to allow PS4 controller support for PS5 games specifically because of different functionality in the DualSense versus the DualShock motors, things of that nature. And something about differences in the touchpad. Basically, the controllers function differently enough that you will lose functionality in some games on PS5 if you don't have all of the required features.
Yeah, so that's why I'm able to get away with this right now. One thing also to mention about the console version of this game, very funny, and you don't know this yourself probably. Oh, hey, we actually got the intro movies in here. Holy shit. Now, if you probably don't know this, but these are not in the PC release.
Let's go through them all.
Literally, I don't think I can because of copyright music. But I will. Yeah, sure, why not? I will say that if anything else, they are pretty good. Which one was it to hide?
Touchpad.
Wrong one. There it is. Sorry, it's a little bit cumbersome to try to hit that on this. So while this is going through, I guess I'll quickly get this out of the way right now. So Homura's introduction. Okay, so a very funny thing. I'm pretty sure every single character has like an introduction. It's from one of the wikis, and I don't know where they come from specifically, but I think it's from a guide somewhere or officially on the website. I'm not sure. But Homura's introduction reads as follows. She was originally affiliated with Hebijo Clandestine Girls Academy, but she is currently working as a leader of a renegade team, quote, Homura's Crimson Squad.
That is correct.
She is full of emotion and has a straight personality when it comes to her friends. She respects her and recognizes strength even in her enemies.
That is also correct.
Okay, I'm glad that we actually did manage to hit all those bullet points. That I'm glad it didn't mess anything up with that one. That's a very low bar if I've ever seen one before.
This was published by Exceed, right?
So
in America.
Yes, I want to say so. Nitroplus is like the overall copyright holder, but this was developed by Examu, who was the developers of Million Arthur, I don't remember, Samurai Shodown 5, Arcana Heart, and also Akapaza. So,
Marvelous USA. I didn't know Marvelous had an American branch.
Yeah, right.
Exceed is the American counterpart of all of Marvelous. Marvelous is the Japanese rights holder for Senran Kagura.
True. So, one thing about Homura here also is the fact that she is also one of 3 characters with actual alternate costumes. I thought it was only 2. I completely blanked on her actually having the swimsuit. Let me just go ahead and go through all its colors. I imagine you can probably... Well, let's start with the regular ones first. I imagine you could probably pick out a few color references going just through this passively.
See, it's funny because that's sort of a moot point in the PlayStation Senran Kagura games, at least. You have a color slider for all of your costume parts, so you can just pick from 5 or 6 colors for each individual costume piece.
You're probably right. I know that at least so far.
And hair colors.
So, I can't do that. So, if I were to actually go over to select Saber, there are actually more than one reference to various other servants in her color slider, as you can probably see. Hey, I've seen her before. She's a better Saber. Hey, I've seen her. No, not that one. Hey, I've seen that one before. Hey, I've seen that one before. Hey, I've seen that character before. Yes, really. I didn't notice the Gilgamesh one until like very recently.
That's cute.
Mordred, who I did not think was already out at this point in time. 2015.
Mordred was referenced as early as original Stay Night.
That does check out.
What's really funny about Mordred in that regard is that every single piece of animated Fate medium until Fate Apocrypha in 2017 got Mordred's death wrong. They depicted it as Saber killing her with Excalibur when actually she was killed with Rongo Miniad.
Seriously? Huh.
Yes.
Oh, so that would have been the alternate version of Saber in that regard then. Just Lance Artoria in that regard.
Yes, because I think at that point Saber had already Artoria had already thrown Excalibur back into the lake.
Probably. Yeah, I'm not gonna get into Fate right now. It's too deep of a fucking rabbit hole. Oh my god, I got too much into that with her story as it is.
But it's really funny though because both versions of Fate Stay Night to that point got that wrong, and so did Fate Zero, the anime, also get that wrong.
Awesome. So I'll go through. So since this is your first time actually seeing me doing a Let's Play of this game or recording anything for it, I'm just gonna quickly tell you that I go through general bullet points for each character, some strengths of theirs, try to advertise the FGC into why they should pick this character, and also just a really quick bread and butter combo. So
I'm gonna try not to be that guy for most of it, but they are really Casca-ing Homura up. Look at her portrait and how she looks white, and how this costume does the tan lines, but she already looks way whiter than she does in either anime or any of the Senran Kagura actual games.
Oh no, trust me. The art style for this game is really weird. Like, we noticed it with Ayn earlier too. Like, even though she's like literally 14, she looks like she's at least 19 or 20 in her character art. It's really fucking weird.
Oh, that's actually a thing from the game / the anime, Phantom.
Oh, I know. So, general strong things about this game. So, this is probably the best character in the game. I mentioned this before, passively off stream or on stream. It's usually a toss-up between her and Saber as like who is the best character, but I think I see generally people leaning towards Homura being the actual best character. Reason being is because her buttons are goddamn massive. This is her jab, and this is her crouch heavy. Yeah. She just kind of dominates neutral. Really high mobility. Walk speed's kind of piddly, but you're not using this character for that. You are going ham with her. Fantastic neutral, like I mentioned before, the aforementioned buttons, really good. Trying to do this with one hand, really good specials. She just dominates the neutral. This is
a game meant to be played with one hand, you say?
Right? No, couldn't be me. Really high damage. This girl can really do some crazy combos. I'm gonna leave a link down below to combos done by this one guy who I've mentioned before. She can do reland combos. She can do really flashy combos. Unfortunately, I am not proficient enough in this game to do them. I've tried. I can only do like basic stuff using an assist, and that's it. Strong mix. She's got really good high-low mix-ups because this hits low. Yay, good stuff. And aside from that, I would say her skill floor is about average. If you put enough time into this character or into this game, you can do some nominally good shit, I would say. If I were not horseshit, this game I could probably do this. Boom. And just going to her level 3.
Yep.
Checks out.
Yeah, I guess that's the default, is to go to her 7th sword. That is her. They have a name for it. Did they just call it Ninja Transformation? What the hell?
Let me check what it's called in this game. Crimson Lotus.
Yeah. Wait, do they have? Does this game have a burst mode?
Yes, it does, but it's not very inventive. Like it's not like an install or anything like you get with modern BlazBlue games or anything.
Okay, so they're not going to have frantic mode. Frantic mode is a thing that all of the characters in the Senran Kagura games can do, whereby they explode out of all of their clothes down to their underwear. They lose their defense stat goes to 0, but their attack stat goes through the roof.
I see.
So it's an ultimate risk reward. You can do that at any point in the stage, but yeah, it's a mechanic that everyone has access to universally. So I thought that was gonna happen.
Yeah. So you guys can see I'm clearing apart Al's HP here pretty nicely. I've made mention before that characters do have different HP values, but I don't know what they are because it's not chronicled anywhere. I mean, I'm sure the Discord is cool and they have it sorted somewhere, but I haven't looked. Oh, one thing, it's really funny. Yes, another story is completely blacked out until you have completed it with one of the main game characters. Be it with the DLC character? Not unlocked. Very funny. Very funny how that fits into place.
That was also one of the reasons why I was surprised I wasn't also asked to consult for Iron, because I actually have both seen and played both versions of Phantom.
Wait, the visual novel, really?
I played a bit of that game, but I've also seen both versions of that anime, the 2004 version and the 2010 version.
Huh, I did not know that, actually.
I've got both of the anime sitting on the shelf down there.
Well, there is Royale. Don't think I'm about to pop that engine. Okay, so this is a little bit spoiler territory for you guys watching this if you haven't seen the rest of the Let's Play just yet. Alex hooked me up with last night with the ISO for a torrent for the predecessor for this game. Oh yeah, it's totally gonna need a block. Totally not gonna get leaked this gameplay out to anywhere, guys. All right, so right, you haven't seen this in a while, probably. So
No.
a lot of vapid nothing, literally. So first of all, evil version of Al running around. Oh, it's so nostalgic with the gameplay pausing is going on. Anyway,
Part of this is going to be a little curious because at the time of this game's arcade release, assuming they were added in the arcade before the console ports. This version of Homura is going to be based on either Senran Kagura Shinobi Versus, which is the Vita game that came out in 2013, 2014, or Senran Kagura 2, Deep Crimson, I think it's called, which is a 3DS game that released in late 2014. So it's going to be based on one of those two.
Yeah, I wasn't sure where they would pull this version of Homura from exactly, because this game does pull Fate Zero Saber. But I didn't really know exactly where in the timeline this would place Homura herself, so I was just kind of curious about that one. All right, let's see.
Did you pick those two supports because they're ones you know well, or because those are just defaults?
I know them very well.
Ah.
Oh, you might also get some trophies out of this one, too. Okay, can I get this to connect? Yes. Oh, also, one thing I showed off a little bit, but Corsico Forward Heavy, if you mash off of it, you get a little reference also to Senran Kagura as well, where you can follow enemies in the air after chains and do rapid button presses and get free combos.
Yeah, that's called an aerial raid. After you finish a grounded combo, you can hit the dash button and immediately begin an aerial chase that you can basically almost do infinite with.
Nice.
With how good the training system in Shinobi Versus is specifically. That is a mechanic that was so powerful that they would wind that back further and further in every subsequent game and make each subsequent game less fun to play.
Ooh.
Estabal Versus, the game immediately after Shinobi Versus, that came out, funny enough, a month before this game hit Japanese arcades, which means developed simultaneously. There's no way to reference that game. That game was still fun to play, but it's the last one that's still core fun to play. The next game that came after it, being a remake of Senran Kagura 1, every enemy is so incredibly damage spongy and tanky, and it's just, that game is not fun to play from the beginning.
Ah, I see.
Do they actually have character dialogue, or is it just you get dialogue like once every 3 or 4 stages?
Okay, so the dialogue you're going to see me flip through fast is all recycled dialogue that is present in every single story unchanged. Now, that being said, though, I think every odd number stage past the first stage, you will get unique dialogue between some characters. I don't know who Homura's going to have it with, but it's funny. Homura has appeared exactly once so far as a viable character in Heart Story, and that does check out. Can I get the work? Nope.
Yeah, I think those are published by the same people also. I think Arcane Heart is published by Marvelous.
It's also developed by Examine, too.
Huh.
So
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure
tracks.
that's exactly why it got included in this game, too. Gotta get this to work. I got the DP version. I'll take that. You are going to... Okay, so I've mentioned this several times. I could play this on a much higher difficulty, but there is exactly one reason I did not do so. It is because of the goddamn last boss, Ex Mortis. Literally one of the cheapest final bosses I've ever played in a fighting game, and I'm used to Jinpachi from Tekken 5.
Yeah, what I'm seeing is basically what I imagine a modern version of Masamune from Sengoku Basara Cross would look like.
Oh my god, tell me about it.
Because we have to do that at some point in some capacity. No, this looks more or less like how I imagine he would play. He's doing a lot of his actual moves from Basara 3 and 4.
True. I wonder if I can... I could probably cancel off of that move. Okay, so also every level 3, I'm pretty sure, is also invincible in startup, so you can just kind of rip it and just do a fuckload of damage. 10 plus types of moves. Okay, so I've not gone trophy hunting on PlayStation, which would be very funny if I did that.
You want to look at the list?
Maybe in a minute or two, since it's our only look at the PlayStation version of this game as well. Otherwise, no, it's just general console releases. Hi, Ein! You might have dialogue. God, my feet are so cold. I'm actually enjoying the fact we got the AC set. They are actually mind possessing this one.
No, this could just be where she starts at the beginning of the story. She's an assassin under a master manipulator's employ.
Also, every single one of the character dialogue, they're more or less just like she's referencing a lot of stuff from their own universes. She's not like Hikage.
Yeah, that's cute.
I miss Hikage. I do gotta get back to Senran Kagura at some point in time.
There is that second anime I don't think either of us watched.
No, yeah, right. Well, I imagine it's also going to be like it's going to be a lot of tits and a lot of fan service, so yeah.
They still have the fighting.
That's good to know. I actually didn't know if it did.
Senran Kagura is one of those funny cases of, yes, there is actually a story underneath all the tits. And for at least 1.5 of those games, it is genuinely really good, better than most people would ever have expected from a series that looks like that.
Right?
And ironically, in the realm of Senran Kagura doing things better than other people, surprisingly, the opening to Senran Kagura Estebal versus the PS4 and Vita game, or the first one of those rather, is all it is a handful of characters doing a 3D CG idol dance, and it is maybe the best one that any of those would ever look like for at least like 6 years.
Nice. I figured, yeah, she's gonna walk up to me and press the button. Why not? Oh yeah. Also, we're playing on this on difficulty 4 right now. We had a default, I think, is 3, but I was like, nah, we can bump this a little bit.
This is one of those ones that goes up to 5 or goes up to 8.
It actually goes up to 8. Surprised you actually did not want it ahead. I thought that you thought the default was like 9.
I mean, most games I've seen generally go, it's either 5, 6, or 8.
I suppose that's true. I don't know. My perspective for difficulty for games is always like based off of Smash Brothers, pretty much.
Isn't Tekken's also 8? Is the highest?
I think so. Actually, truthfully, I haven't looked at the AI in a little bit. I know in modern Tekken games it's usually based off like hard, very hard, extreme hard, and stuff like that. But I don't think it's actually like numerical or anything.
I might be thinking of King of Fighters. King of Fighters, I think, has an up to 8 system. Yeah, this sure are gonna recycle victory quotes.
Yep.
I guess it's sort of cute that she's looking for her girlfriend.
Yeah. Again, I don't know if this would have added any references to Estebal, so I'm assuming probably not.
No, because like I said before, Estebal came out like a month before this game did in Japan, so they wouldn't have been able to reference anything going on in development at the same time.
That's totally fair, yeah. I feel like also something happened with the Fate series like right before this game dropped too, and that's why Saber also got included because she was like literally one of the last characters announced, funny enough.
Blade Works anime.
You know, that's probably it. Yeah, actually, it does check out.
It would have either been Zero, which ran from 2011 to 2012, which could have coincided with this game's development, or it would have either been the Blade Works anime, which ran from 2014 to 2015. That, or it could also be that Saber is also just a popular Dojin-type character in general. And I mean that in every sense of the word, not just the most obvious.
Oh, I'm more. Fuck. Trying to do this on 2-player is still not easy. Trying to learn Arcasic on 2-player is a lot more complicated than you might initially be led to believe. Let's see. Can I do anything off of this? No.
Yeah, that's one of those FGC memes I see a lot of. Is great. You've mastered your combo. Now do it facing left.
Exactly. You have no idea how true that really is. Trying to learning DP motion on one side. All right, you got it. Now do it on player 2. Fuck. Oopsie. Go back to the ground. Yeah, again, what you can see even with these special moves I'm doing with Homura, she's got some really fucking good air mobility. Like, she really feels like they just, like, brought in Wolverine from Marvel vs. Capcom, pretty much. And I mean that in a good way. I don't know if anyone would interpret that in a bad way, necessarily.
I can't imagine Wolverine would have been a bad character.
No, not at all. Especially since we're not... He's not even there anymore.
Function!
Who would fulfill the Wolverine function, as it were? I still feel bad for, forgot what the dude's, forgot the guy's name, the guy who became, like, one of the figureheads for Capcom who said that. I feel bad for him because he really had to, like, find a way to justify the lack of X-Men to everyone.
It's like, it's not that guy's fault. He just needed some way to explain it.
Oh, hi, Tahu.
Give us your spirit bomb.
Right? I'm gonna guess you. So it's deep into.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
Do the functions have to be on the same side of the company?
I assume.
Does the function of Wolverine have to come from the Marvel side of Marvel vs. Capcom, or can it come from the Capcom side of Marvel vs. Capcom?
I don't think so.
Because I have an answer. I have an answer that would have made me happy, and apparently no one else on this earth.
I see. I know where this is going, and I feel that myself.
The function of Wolverine could have been handed off to Masamune.
I don't disagree at all, honestly.
People are modding Marvel 3. They're giving shit.
I know.
They're doing shit like making Ashura playable, which is he based off of Ryu, or what is he based off of?
So he's got more of an original moveset. I think people would associate him immediately with Ryu, but he's really got like his own thing going on, pretty much.
Yeah, you can easily make Masamune. You just have to start his moveset at Wolverine, and then extend it like 4 times the size of Wolverine's claws.
Yeah. So I want to mention something really fast. Ignis also didn't have the possessed eyes here either, so I'm gonna guess you are correct, and maybe it was just Ein being her earlier self from earlier.
Yeah, I have to show you Phantom.
Yeah, I may mention that I was a little interested in checking out Expel from Paradise. I completely forgot to do that. Oopsie. The last couple weeks have been unfortunately really busy, so yeah, didn't quite get to do that.
That, and I've been sick as a dog for the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, that too. I'm ad-libbing right now. I'm not trying to go for any big confirms right now. It annoys me I couldn't get any of the combos down for Homura also because some of her air to ground combos in the corner genuinely look really cool to do.
She's what you call Rekka, right?
No, she's not Rekka at all, actually.
Or Rushdown?
Yep, general rushdown character.
Yes, that makes sense.
Oh, wait, maybe I can still do it. If I can get her in a corner. Up here. Yo, almost got that. So the idea is you want to land before them when you get into the corner.
So that burst thing is universal, right?
Yes, everyone can do it. So it allows you to. It's like your one singular instant cancel for a combo. Unfortunately, it's kind of like Dragon Ball FighterZ sparking, pretty much.
Okay, so it's not like a temporary buff.
No, you do, however, temporarily regenerate health and gain meter immediately. So there is that. Luckily.
I was gonna say because 2D fighting games never want to make additional sprites when they don't have to. They're not gonna recreate the visual effect of the frantic system, but they could at least recreate the mechanics, which is huge temporary attack boost, huge attack defense nerf.
Yeah.
Which is if you get your combo going, you're gonna win, but if you drop it or if you get parried, you're gonna lose instantly.
Yeah, unfortunately, this game, as I've been learning, is very much made on a complete shoestring budget, more or less. And I guess it kind of makes sense. Apparently, this game was in development hell for an extremely long time.
Really?
Yeah, apparently, it was eventually actually offloaded to Examu in order to actually get out the door. True story. I don't know
who was working on it originally.
I don't immediately. I couldn't find info on that myself, but I imagine if I did research on the original game by itself, I could probably find out. Come on. Come on, Anna. Shit. Almost got that. I'm still not amazing at actually doing regular combos in this game, but I'd like to think in my time playing this, I have learned some stuff.
Man, that AC is working out like a dream.
Dude, tell me about it. It's so cool. Oh, I forgot about that.
Is her blue support from Data Live?
No, that's Tokyo Necro.
Oh. I was gonna say, that looks like a Data Live character almost.
God, I wish. No, I know who you're talking about too. The one with the puppet. I know who you're talking about.
That show got 6 seasons.
It is. I watched the first 2 seasons. It is amazingly one of the best fucking harem animes of the time period. And I've watched an amount of them. They are all generic trash, more or less. But
I was gonna say that's not really saying a lot for the 2010s, and especially the
Right.
early 2010s.
That first one came out in like 2013.
no, the way it works too, ironically enough, is that it actually tried to be like a parody of them, like the whole genre. There we go. I got the fucking reline combo. That's so
Wasn't it
cool.
based on a visual novel? Or did the visual novel come later? Because there's a game on a PS4 game for Data Live that I also actually own.
I don't. So I'm gonna guess it predates it because I think Day Live actually predates the PS4. Funny enough.
Well, yes, it does, but I would assume that game was probably a port.
Possibly. I don't think so. I imagine the anime did happen first. Or maybe there's a manga it was based off of. Couldn't immediately tell you.
I know the character designs were done by Sunako, who was the character designer for Hyperdimension Neptunia, I think through 2019.
That would explain why the art's really good. Also, it explains shift exactly in 2019 when I think season 4 dropped and it looked like the complete art style just shifted. I'm like, okay, that checks out.
Yeah, they're saying a lot of garbage right now.
They really are. It's you haven't gone to when the Let's Play gets posted, you're gonna be baffled how much this game tries to replicate the authentic visual novel experience, which is vapid amounts of nothing happening. And
Are we inside the moon cell? This feels like the sort of shit you hear from Hirei or whoever when you're talking to NPCs in the moon cell.
Homura, I know you're gonna be very confused about what Muramasa actually is. She is apparently a weapon, but that's also a spider transformed into a human. trust me, it's been. I've had to do a little bit of research into each one of these franchises, and it's dizzying sometimes.
I was gonna say which yokai is she?
Right. But yeah, Day, if nothing else, I can still say, I don't know what your opinion is. Maybe I'll get an opinion from you on this. I think Muramasa is genuinely the hottest woman in this game. What do you think?
I'd have to look at the roster again one more time because I don't immediately remember everyone and not the support characters either, but...
That's fair.
Yeah, I would say it's trending that way.
Yeah, I mean, it does help. She's like actually like the most mature looking woman here. Literally half the roster of this game is like literally the meme 5,000-year-old woman, but looks like a 12-year-old because she doesn't trust humans. Literally like half of the roster. It's crazy.
You know, it's really funny how people started justifying that in Fire Emblem or trying to qualify that with Fire Emblem by saying Tiki. And it's like, no, that only became true after Awakening in Shadow Dragon and the other earlier game that she appeared in. I think she was actually a child.
Yeah. God bless Awakening for actually giving us adult Tiki.
Yeah, that too.
Is that going to combo? No fucking way. That was late. No, I got hit by it. Okay. Oh, yeah. Also, more mechs.
Which also makes it a crime that we've not gotten adult Tiki in like Fire Emblem Warriors. That we got the child one.
Yeah, seriously.
But hey, we got adult Tiki as an assist trophy.
One step at a time, boys. I thought for sure we were going to get Tiki playable in Smash. She's way too unique of a moveset and a very iconic character.
I think most people would probably rage at saying, oh, it's another dragon, it's another Kamui.
Dog, that's base. Wait, yeah, totally get an Echo Fighter for Corn.
Remind me, when they were first released, they were one of those characters that was considered the most broken, right?
Oh, God, yes.
As their DLC form.
Pin was insane in Smash 4, yeah. Let's see. Can I get this? Yeah! From an outside perspective, how's this game look to you? Does that seem remotely fun to you?
To be honest, there's a lot of what I'm seeing feels like this is 2D Sprite Fighter number 700.
No, I feel that.
This is the prettiest looking stage so far. The 3D effects in every other stage have looked honestly kind of hideous. The 3D backgrounds.
Yeah, no, I definitely feel that. Especially on the one that's basically from Song of Saya. Kind of.
And the one that's the destroyed feudal town with the burning houses.
Yeah. Really is just the same two quotes. Some characters got like 5 end quotes, but she's only got 2. Jesus.
You can tell where the effort was not put in for characters that were released post hoc.
Yeah, definitely.
Puppetry technique.
I'm not sure if that's referencing something from Senran Kagura.
No, to my memory, we don't have. They don't have puppet style users.
There really aren't, are there? That's kind of surprising, actually.
I mean, Senran Kagura the last 7 years has been thriving off of a couple of mobile games that have added characters, so it wouldn't surprise me if there are some in that. But
yeah,
in the mainline console games,
right?
There have not been any puppet users.
Yeah. You know, for as absolutely bullshit as evil Owl as if is, I will definitely say this art render specifically is pretty cool. I will say. Despite the context, that's literally just like a little 12-year-old girl just like trying to T-pose on you.
What's the name of the Emiified Iliaspiel from Prisma Ilia? Because that's exactly what this is.
I couldn't tell you because I barely put a dent in.
But you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I think so.
The Ilia that's been hit with the tan.
Yeah. Oh shit. I should know her name offhand, but I don't. Damn.
Oh, hey, they actually are making references now. They mentioned Yoma, which are...
Orochi. We had that too.
Yes, Orochi is the ultimate Yoma. Yoma are the demons in Senran Kagura that all of the shinobi are training to be able to exterminate.
Oh.
The Yoma are these world-endingly powerful demons that have killed the parents of various shinobi characters.
Checks out. Okay.
Like, I think Homura, I think, might have always been an orphan. Yumi, I think her parents were killed by one. Miyabi was overtly, her mother was killed on a mission with Miyabi to exterminate a Yoma.
I do want to quickly make mention of the fact that this is the most shit talking someone's done of X Morris to her face, and I'm all here for it.
If it was going to be anyone, it was going to be Homura.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Al regular actually has like a pretty like borderline Nero personality, so that's nice and all. But Homura's actually the one doing it.
Homura's kind of a hick.
I appreciate it. I mean, there's already more than one hick on that team anyway, so this is totally fine. What's his name? Wasn't Yumi, was it? The one that's like literally perpetually poor. The one that has the gut sword.
Yomi.
There we go. I like how that was the identifying feature. Fair enough.
Well, because Yumi is the leader of the Gessen Girls School. She's the one that became the face of the series from Shinobi versus onwards. She's the one with the straight, short gray hair and wears the white kimono.
Yeah.
She has the ice powers.
She really did become the face, huh?
She became the representative for Blaze Blue cross tag battle instead of Asuka.
Oop.
Which I'm going to say in that case was probably a good call because Blaze Blue already and cross tag already has a ton of short sword style characters, so Asuka would have just been adding to the pile.
That is true. Fuck this. You can probably see why this boss has been giving me some issues. The lockdown with the projectiles is absolutely fucking insane.
Yeah, memories started flooding back to me. I did play this game back in the day. I only beat like 2 or 3 character stories.
Fireball. Oh, then I actually opened the fireball for once. Damn, crazy. Yeah, so...
Yeah, I remember the spikes especially being annoying.
For me, it's the sheer amount of fucking chip damage the fireball does. Oh, fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Those are unblockable. But I got out, kind of.
So I guess it's sort of a shame subsequently that Miyabi has gotten the least play because she has one of the best designs of any of the leaders, and she has not been a representative externally in anything. To that end, do you even remember who Miyabi is without me showing you a picture?
I should. Is she the one that basically has the Assassin's Creed getup?
Yes.
Yes, as my identifying feature of course we're trying to remember her. Because it's pretty apt. Ooh, didn't think about comboing that into that. Nice. All right, barely fucking walked away with that one. Pixel of hell, let's fucking go. No, I hate fighting X-More. Literally, X-More is the exact reason I don't play on like super high difficulties or anything.
Entirely fair.
Let's see. Force my way in. God damn it. Let's enforce some mix-ups. However, one thing I have been noticing in the course of playing this game is that she's extremely greedy. If you're at advantage, she will probably try to press out of it.
This is just a Blaze Blue stage.
No, it really is. Fuck.
Are you serious?
I did. Oh my god, really? Fuck. Well, my losing streak or my winning streak had to come to an end eventually. Ironically, it was with Homura, so that feels weird. But getting back in there. Getting back on that horse and eating that horse. Thank you, Abridged Series Goku. Watch this fireball. Boom. Oh, nope. Okay.
Mission guard?
So you kind of have a meter guard in this game, in a loose sort of sense. However, the game does nothing to really tell you about the fact. So I had a lot of my knowledge comes from secondhand. A lot of the community actually coming into my Discord chat or my Twitch chat to tell me these things. No joke. Some of them have actually been really chill too.
I was gonna say I can't imagine this is the sort of game that would get all that much play this many years later.
It doesn't really, but you would not believe it. But the servers are still online somehow. No, seriously.
I believe that.
Come on. Go for it. She's gonna press the button, I guarantee it. She's way too fucking greedy for her own good. Yep, there it is. Also, chip damage can kill. If you catch them in the middle of one of those, you can kill them outright. Very nice. Fireball opening in. Called it.
Did any Blaze Blue people come to this company and work on this game? Because this looks like latter-day Blaze Blue spriting.
It really does, doesn't it? Nah, I don't think it is. I think it's more so... that being said, I can imagine that they probably set like some sort of precedent when it comes to these 2D fighters.
Because like I am slightly familiar with this company. I have played Arcana Heart 3, and I know this looks a hell of a lot better than Arcana Heart does in just about every regard. So I know it's not their,
There we go.
at least their older talent.
Literally every time X-Morse is coming down on top of you in the corner, if you just do your 6L, you should anti-air her. It's very funny.
Infinite Blasterz.
Yeah, this is where it gets really vapid. It's a good thing you're not sticking around for the another story because trust me, it's very stupid. Like trying to reach a word count, stupid.
I don't think you can do that in a fighting game. I think the only game
they only tried.
I think the only fighting game that could ever possibly hope to achieve something like that is Persona 4 Arena. And that's because it is 90% dialogue, 10% actually fighting.
Yeah, I will never take BlazBlue's very long story modes for granted ever again because they at least tell you a point A to point B story, mostly.
And then Guilty Gear decided we're just going to put the story in a movie mode.
I still gotta experience those at some point. You know, it's funny, for as much time as I spent with Accent Core Plus, I still have not experienced the story of Exard whatsoever. And I really need to make a point to do that.
Exard was when they started doing that.
Yeah, I know. Exactly. Part of it was just like my general shyness and feeling I wouldn't be able to do well in Exard whatsoever, so I just kind of didn't do much in it. I was kind of bullied by the community. No, I'm not joking about that.
Before Strive released, part of me went, oh.
Hey, there she is.
Damn it, damn it, damn it.
I won't hit continue until you feel like confident that you got the name.
Fuck it.
Okay.
Mirai, damn it.
Right, it was just Future, wasn't it?
Yes.
I still appreciate Homura's regular outfit there too.
Wait a goddamn minute. This might actually be coinciding with Estebal Versus after all, because Estebal Versus takes place on a beachfront resort.
Really? Huh.
Yeah, the bulk of that game takes place on a beachfront resort.
Yeah.
All of the menu animations have characters playing on a beach.
And I'm gonna make myself sound really stupid right now this entire time. I think I've been confusing Estebal Versus with Shinobi Versus the Vita game.
I don't think you ever played Estebal Versus, so that's
I did not know. Although shout out to that game momentarily having DLC for fuck was this here? Ikitosen.
That was a funny case because they didn't have the rights for the names in America, so they just called them the Three Kingdoms characters that they're based on. So the main girl, the blonde one, is just called Sunsa.
Yeah.
And what's her name? Uncho is just called Guan Yu.
Also, momentary shouts to Asuka's grandfather, the Glizzy Lord himself. I love that bit from the anime. I love that when I try to momentarily sexualize a man, I'm like, based, fucking do it. I made a joke of this last night when I was like kind of really tired and we were just kind of going through one of the story modes. I forgot what it was, but I'm like, we have all these women in this game, and then I learned there's a man playable in Royale. I'm like, we gotta sexualize the fuck out of them, like counterbalance everything. Given the berserk guts, tits jiggle, landing on the ground and everything. Sexualize all the sexualization of an entire gender has to be put into one character to counterbalance everything. You're not missing anything here, trust me. Literally just Mugen, the girl from Demon Bane, monologuing and shit. So yeah, if you clear a character or clear a regular main game character, you will immediately get access to, oh, well, I guess I'm a fucking liar. Well, another story is now available for you guys if you choose to go through it. That being said, though, I think there's one part left in the Let's Play currently before I start doing that. So future you guys is going to have a lot of fun.
Have you not done that part yet?
No, I recorded all last night, but I'm posting this. I think it's going to be the one before Heart Story, and that's going to lead into another story.
I still have one more bit to do.
Yeah, there's still one more video post before we get to that stuff, but I sure hope you guys enjoy that. I'm not spoiling anything. I'll tell you what it is off screen, though.
Oh, yeah. Go back to the select screen.
For characters? Oh, yeah, I was asking you about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess since we want to round this out.
Since I told you about that funny little thing. All right.
Let me... Please.
Okay.
Yeah, just so I can appraise individually. Or something, I don't know.
Sorry, Saber in the tuxedo is not normally collectible. She does appear in the outro, though, for some of her win poses. Yeah.
Oh, you're one of those.
It's one of those.
Where you have to hit select, or I guess touchpad.
I think you're right.
Which is really funny because we're no longer at the point in time where you have to hit a different face button to get a different costume.
Yeah, we've long since evolved to actually having like a regular costume selection now.
If it's any consolation, I think Homura and most of her squad are 19 now.
Yeah, no, that checks out.
And one of her squad Haruka is implied to be like 23.
Huh. Damn. Yeah, literally, like, a good third of this roster is, like, literally 12-year-old girls. It's kind of wild. And also,
If
just
you
like...
told me this was an Arcana Heart character, I would believe you because they look like most of the Arcana Heart roster, and most of the Arcana Heart roster already just look like palette swaps of Carl Clover.
Yeah, Mora's design does not inspire much. I will say, though, Anna's design is still pretty nice, though. Even if her ass is literally hanging out under her skirt in, like, 90% of her sprites.
Where do those, whatever those blades are, deploy from?
Her back somewhere. I think they actually just materialize.
Are they just wings, or...?
They are effectively wings, but they can also shoot as projectiles.
Okay, I was going to say, if they came out of her legs, that would be a funny reference to another manga.
Claymore. Yeah, but I feel that.
No, not quite. The character design looks like it could come out of Claymore.
No, I was just talking about the legs specifically. Claire, when she goes awakened mode, she does have she starts spraying a lot of blade limbs.
The character Tokiko from Buso Renkin has what's called the Valkyrie skirt, which is a pair of metallic arms ending in blades that deploy from her legs.
Ah, I see.
That allow her to slice up enemies while dancing. Yeah, that's an Arcana Heart character.
Yep. That is an actual Arcana Heart character.
The literal Arcana Heart character.
Ignis is good. I like her.
He's good too. Yeah, I'd say so far she's winning it. You like meat?
Right? Ethica's good, just don't experience her story mode.
She looks like a character from the Slime anime.
You know what? Yeah, I do kind of see it.
To be honest, I was never really into Sonico. She seemed like the most industry plant type of... Literally, because she was just a brand mascot character that I think I've ever seen.
That's a great way to put it, actually, yeah.
Like... What's a good reference point? I guess the modern day VTuber.
Yeah, basically.
Or, if you want to predate that, something like Kizuna Ai.
Yeah, true.
And the support roster.
Yeah, for myself, for main roster, it's like Muramos is definitely the hottest, followed by Ignis, followed, I guess, by Sonico. And then you select again, because this isn't multiplayer.
Oh.
Gotta select the second character to fight. I guess fourth would probably be Homura.
They have the blonde girl. Oh, they do sort of have, oh, what's her name? The blonde girl that, his name ends up taking under his wing after Ein.
Literally, I think his codename is Y.
Yeah, right, duh. Sort of looks like Ayumu. That's funny.
Yep.
Literally, one of the cat girls from Tsukihime.
Yeah, true. Franco's good. There's
Own it.
A lot of weird porn in the game that I've seen glance upon casually, but Franco seems cool.
One Chanbara.
Right. Also from Demon Bane.
Chaos Head? Or,
I think it's from one of the Head series, but I don't know if it was Chaos Head specifically.
one of the semicolon series.
Yeah. There is a Guilty Crown character in here, though. Slight spoiler alert. I don't know where Kaigen's from immediately.
That World War One. I think those are World War One uniforms.
Spisa, I don't remember immediately where she's from, but it's a very small IP.
Yeah. This is something that in some way, shape, or form definitely has animated porn.
God, I wish.
Some of these you can just tell they either started as hentai or got hentai OVAs later. Like a good example of this is something called Princess Lover. Was a regular anime with a ton of fan service, and eventually they just gave up the ghost, and later on just made a full out hentai OVA. Literally, they just stopped pretending.
Yeah, literally, I'm pretty sure they just like leaned into that. That is our Guilty Crown character.
They look fine.
Yeah,
I like this design.
From some sort of OVA, I think. She's from a love triangle Yuri / other stuff visual novel.
This is tripping me up because this is literally the deuteragonist of the anime Angel Beats. I need you to pull up the character Yuri from Angel Beats next to her, and it is literally 1-to-1. The uniform color is slightly off, but everything else is exactly the same.
That's hilarious. Also from the same one, I'm pretty sure. I'd never seen her before in my life. Side note, I really like Sonic Go's casual clothes, though. They look really nice.
Yeah, that looks nice.
Mugen, who is a problematic, but I will say it's a very pussy out kind of look with her. It's hard to not look at her when she's in cutscenes.
Jack the Ripper.
Nah, well,
The Apocrypha
a
novels
little.
would have been out for like 4 years at this point.
yeah, but she's also from Demon Bane, and that predates it quite a bit. Weird visual novel that has erroneously really good artwork.
You sure did just recreate Kirito.
Yep.
Which is funny because I think at this like a year before this came out, we got the girl Kirito season.
True. I could not actually find the source for where Althea is from. Like, I literally couldn't. It's funny because she's got one of the best assists in the game, pretty much.
Now this, from the rest going down, is where they're just trying to be contemporary
Yeah, pretty much.
to whatever anime is coming out. Expelled from Paradise, that movie came out in 2014, so they're just going with what's current. This again looks like a Data Life character.
Yep, this is the one from Tokyo Necro where fucking Ethica is also from. The girl with the chainsaws.
Akane from
Psychopaths.
which came out in 2013,
Which I
and
hear
was
is-
also hugely popular. It got 3 seasons and like 4 movies.
I was gonna say, I hear good things about Psychopaths. Doesn't really seem like my cup of tea, but I hear good things about it.
It's something that really depends on the person. It's sort of an acquired taste.
Yep.
It's a lot of gore.
Depending on your level of autism, you might be interested.
Yep.
She is from the Suisei no Gargantia. Yeah.
Gargantia on the Verdurous planet. Yeah, that's came out in 2014. I think this character is played by Erica Mendez.
Nice.
Because I remember that when that was new, especially. That's a mech series that was pretty popular when it came out. And like most mech series, if your name isn't Gundam or one of the other bigger names in the genre, then you sort of fall off the Verdurous planet, as it were, within 2 years.
There's a trend of a lot of mecha being in this game, I'm noticing. And last one, Yugi's are
School
from
Live.
something called School Live, yeah.
So the gimmick with this is it's a girl who's living in a zombie apocalypse. It's 4 or 5 girls holed up in a school, and her PTSD is so bad that she's tricked herself into thinking she's just living a normal school life. That pretending that while they're sleeping in the classrooms, that they're sleeping in a dorm, and she just sees everything as normal. And at the end of the first episode, you get anyone else's point of view, and it's like, the building is partially destroyed. There you can see the rotting corpses outside.
Dog, that's literally just Song of Saya. You just described the main character as Song of Saya.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, this was also one of the most popular anime the fall 2015 season when it came out alongside One Punch Man.
That had an anime?
Yes.
I didn't even see that in my note taking. Holy shit, okay. Huh.
I would be surprised if it came from anywhere else first.
Weird. Yeah, literally, while I was taking notes, I only saw like a handful of ones. That one was not on there. Holy fuck, okay.
I would be willing to bet this came in just on popularity because it was airing at the time.
You're probably right, actually.
Since this got support from early 2015 to mid 2016.
Also, this game has been really good about trying to make each character and each assist from an actual original thing and no real overlap. But then you get to, I guess we did. Oh no, just Homura so far.
Oh.
But then, like, literally, Demon Bane is, I guess I'll spoil this a little bit, advertised itself very flagrantly in the ending for another story, and there's also like one main character playable from there and 2 assist characters. Yeah. So, hey, scroll down also.
Was Saber in the base roster?
Yes.
I thought she was DLC.
Nope, she is base roster. It's
Was the
only
only-
Heart and Homura, I think, are DLC.
Oh.
Oh, no, it's not this one. Although the view on Ignis is very nice.
I was gonna say they're really embellishing the hell out of Ayn.
Yeah, and Al too. Jesus, those are fucking Chun-Li legs.
You don't need to get that skin type for Saya.
Nope, but it had. Literally, Saya's story ends with her basically going back to her world and having sex with the main character. Not joking. Anyway, yeah, literally Muramas's ass is hanging out underneath her dress.
Yep.
I'm not complaining at all with her, but it's just also just like, man, maybe we should have balanced that with some more actual legal characters.
Like I said, they're really embellishing Ayn. Goddamn.
Yeah. All right. So I think that's just about. Oh, this is available to watch. It was grayed out, so I thought it wasn't available to actually look at. But as far as I know, the first intro we looked at was for the arcade release. I think this one actually is for the console release.
Yeah, this plays if you let the menu sit for a minute.
And the funny thing is, if you watch this, so it will show you the main characters and where they are from for literally half a second. It's so fucking stupid.
This looks like shit, by the way.
This definitely looks like, yeah, see what I mean?
Yep.
I would like to read where Homura is from, Cyber Slayer, but they didn't even say that.
Dang. Yeah, no, the actual the band sequence looks terrible. There's like a half as many frames as there should be. It looks really, really jagged.
See, you're talking about the actual frames of animation. I'm just like, someone really didn't do a good job with directing.
Oh, it does say Estebal versus.
Oh, cool.
Huh.
I didn't even know Homura was in the intro. Holy shit. You know, DLC and everything. I assumed she came out after the fact, but nah, I guess not.
Presumably her data was in the console release, and you just had to buy the unlock key.
Guess so. Oh, I guess we just kind of spoiled that Mugen is important to the story because she's the only instance that really appeared presently or seen prominent enough. Okay. God, this is way too over-edited.
Yeah.
Like, not so much in, like, the visual effects being used, but more so, like, how fast they're making all the cuts. Like, everything is a complete jarbled mess unless you actually have a slider to go back in the timeline. Good lord. Yeah, literally hard cut. That was some extreme flash. Anyway,
That's pretty jarring.
Yeah, anyway, I guess we're good. Let's play continues the next video.
So what's next? Dengeki Bunko or Aquapata?
It might be Melty Blood.
That works.
Okay, bye. That's why I want to get this out of my system. So I can move on permanently from here before going into that.